I have finally got access to the new Bing, and let me tell you, I am pretty much blown away. As you can see on the screen right now, I have the old Bing up, the Bing app, but there's one thing a little bit different about it. At the bottom of the screen, you can see a little icon, and that icon is the new Bing. Some have called it Sydney. I am not going to risk doing that and incurring the wrath of ChatGPT, or at least the Bing version of it anyway. But what I am going to do is go through a little bit how it works, some of the limitations, and also what this does and what this means for search. I know there might be quite a few SEO experts out there who are wondering what the future is like for search engine optimization, and I do think there are some big changes that Bing is going to bring around for search engine optimization. However, it might not be quite as bad as some might think. So what I'm going to start by is looking at the ways that you can access the new Bing ChatGPT. The first thing to look at is the search bar at the top of the screen. That is the first way you can use it to search as normal, and then once you've got your normal search results back, you can then click chat and you can go through and have a chat about the subject that you've searched for. What I'm going to start with in terms of showing you though is the direct integration to chat. Now, if we click here, this shows the chat for Bing. What it gives you at the top are 3 different questions that you were able to ask that are always there. This is some introductory information about Bing's AI, what Bing does, and also, as it says there, the latest news in tech. That is quite a normal question. You would think if someone has an interest in AI and Bing, they would also have an interest in tech. But the way most people are going to use it is to ask a question. But what I will do to start with is click the how does Bing use AI, and as it starts, it responds to it using AI. Now, this is always a little bit different every single time. The answer it gives me there is always going to be a similar answer, but it will give me a slightly different answer because it is using AI to generate that response. If I wanted to then ask a little bit more information, so for example, I can ask it to tell me more about this, and then I will send that, and what it will do, and this is one of the limitations, it will search the internet first for the information. Once it searches the internet, then it will generate the answer. This is a lot slower than going through a normal search, but it is a little bit better because the answer it gives you is used by natural language processing. As you can see on here, this answer is talking to you as a person, but it's also giving you some responses from the answers that is found in the search itself, and it's cited those. What's good about that is it does deliver on the promise that search has always made to people but never quite provided. It's a very quick and easy answer that it provides you, but it's a sourced answer. So ChatGPT responds very quickly, but what it doesn't do is give you real, genuine sources for the information it's provided, and that is where a lot of the AI hallucinations come in, where AI will just make something up but it will sound so plausible. So for people who have written blog posts or articles using ChatGPT or other GPT powered software, have provided information that just reads normal, it reads like it's right. And because the people writing it aren't experts, they don't realise that the information is entirely wrong and is there just due to the way that AI can produce really realistic sounding responses. But as you can see there, as it goes down, there's the sources, and it's give us its favourite source, which is from Yahoo News, and a couple more down there as well, giving us some more information. So this is good in many ways for people who do want to get an answer but may want to dive a little bit deeper into it. I mean, this little timeline is really useful. That all of course comes through the Bing search. Underneath it here, it does give me a few things that I can ask it, some suggestions maybe, or I can click this little brush here, and that gets rid of everything and starts me right back at the beginning of the chat. If we go back, what I can now do is use the second way of using Bing Chat. That is by clicking on here and asking it a normal search. So if I want to maybe go and see something in Middlesbrough, if I search for entertainment in Middlesbrough, that is my hometown. If you've never been here before, it's an amazing place you should definitely visit. But when I bring it up on here, it is telling me to go down to the chat at the bottom. It is, from the sounds of things, it's going to really want to direct people to use this service. And then I can go through, and these are just the normal searches. But at the top, I can click to chat, Now, disappointingly here, usually it's taking the chat directly from my search. Now, this is something I would say is a limitation at the moment, possibly of the app version that I'm using. The app version is not taking information directly from my search, and that's disappointing very much because the whole idea of this is to deliver on the promise of search. This may be a limitation with my version of it, the version I've been allowed access to on the beta, or it may be a limitation that stays within Bing's chat moving forward. And that is when we come to the concerns later on with SEO. If it was to go down that route, there are certainly concerns that many people might have of how optimization is going to have to change in the future. What I will do is I will go into here and I will ask it to find me some entertainment in Middlesbrough. There we go, and now I'm going to do that. Now again, like I said here, it is now going to run a search, which is a search I have just run. Then what it's going to do is come up with an answer. Now this, I have found, depending on what I've searched for, can take quite a long time. Well, here we go. What's really amazing about this is that these are all things that I have looked at before in Middlesbrough, places I've been to in Middlesbrough. If you take a look on there, the Dormer Museum, it's a really good museum which has a lot of Roman artifacts from the area, always has very good little temporary exhibitions on there. It's somewhere that I've been ever since I've been a child. Then you've got the Middlesbrough Town Hall, which has some very big names on, and Middlesbrough Empire is a nightclub now. It's not really an entertainment venue as such, doesn't really have any shows on anymore, but these are all places that you could go to. If we have a look on here, I could say, oh, there's going to be 3 suggestions down there, so let's follow on from there. I'm looking for family friendly activities. If we take a look on here, it's going to do a search for family friendly activities, and then it's going to give me an answer. Again, Mima, that is a very good venue in Middlesbrough. Stewart's Park again is another one, and roast topping is somewhere you can go and climb up. That again is really, really, really good. And again, you were able to get, from the search, you were able to get a map on there and a few different options. As you can see there, these are places that people go to in Middlesbrough. And then you can ask it to go a little bit further into that search. So if we go for outdoor activities, it will once again run another search, and it will continue on the thread that we've gone down before. So what I have found here is that once we run this outdoor activities one, it hasn't really done a search as such. It's gone back to the information that we have had before, and that is where I believe that search engine optimization is going to drastically change, and that is what we're going to have a look at moving forward. If Bing are going to push everyone towards this chat, and again, if this does take off, and I believe it will, as you can see here, that is a much more convenient, although not quite as quick, way of being able to find information. Instead of having to do one search and then maybe look through multiple different websites, you can just do one search here, and then Bing will guide you through some different options again there, based on a bit more information based on the questions that I've been asked. And then here, narrowed it down to 2 options I can go to today. That is a very convenient way of being able to get the information that you want. For search engine optimization, that's a problem, because one of the main things that people have done around the SEO world is developed articles that will answer these questions within the articles, but they aren't personalized. So again here, these are 2 personalized options that are based on my suggestions, and if I was to ask here that I only have a few hours, it's then going to personalize it even further, while one search and then one article is not going to be personalized. It's going to give me all the different options that might be available to anybody looking for a family friendly activity in the area. That isn't going to tell them that, you know, Stewart's Park is the best option because it's quite close to Middlesbrough and it can only be it can be done within a couple of hours. And also again tells me all information there about Stewart's Park. That it's amazing that Bing Search even knows that it's got the animals there, has the playground there, has picnics, but has a few lakes within it. That is really good, and again you can get more information. This is going to take away from the blog posts that most people have used to get good rankings in the search engines and to get affiliate links in there or get advertising revenue from there. This is going to take it away. And once again, as you can see on here, this information has come from different places. Captain Cook's Birthplace Museum, amazing. This is something that is going to change SEO in a big way, because it's going to change the way that you need to search, that people will search, that you need to optimize your search information, that you are guiding the search engines to find you. You can't just have a one article around 4 or 5 different places you can go to, because realistically these 5 different sources here are going to be far more authoritative on this subject than your website is ever going to be. Middlesbrough's government website, wearemiddlesbrough.com, which is again run by the council, Bing.com and Wikipedia are places that information is going to come from, that you aren't going to get to the top of that. So running a What Can We Do Today in Middlesbrough website, or What Can We Do Today website, might not drive the traffic it once did, because this personalised chat service is going to do far better. But SEO is going to change. You're going to have to provide information to try and get into those sources, and that is going to mean a lot of quality off-page work and not just keyword stuffing articles, or getting the right number of keywords and search intent together. You're going to also need to make sure you are an authoritative website, because you're going to have to try and get ahead of these websites, which realistically are the 5 most authoritative websites about things to do in Middlesbrough. If you have any more questions about the Bing version of ChatGPT, by all means ask in the comments or visit my website. I'm more than happy to always answer them, and I will be doing a few blog posts around how you can use this Bing ChatGPT to be able to not only provide these kind of answers, but also give you more information that you can use for your blog posts. And that is going to be something that might help you be able to build a more authoritative website in the areas and the niches where there isn't already strong authoritative websites out there. And that's what we'll go through in my website and also on future videos.